Hi, Cancer. This is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage. Special message today from my guides for both Cancer and Capricorn. So my guides are saying, go look at the Capricorn message because it pertains to you. The reason for that is that Capricorn is the sea goat and they hold elements of water within, okay, my guides are saying, within their timeless destiny. Because of the eclipse, my guides wanted to speak with you because you are leading us forward along with Capricorn. That's what they're talking about. So I'm gonna try to make it brief today because the energy is really deep. Look what just came out. So I'm gonna pull out some cards. I'm gonna try to transmit the messages. My guides have been they're talking about reading. They are doing the reading. And they're talking about the books that have to do with the cards. So what I've been experiencing this morning is when I read the books, okay, they're talking. There are three things going on at once. I apologize. So, yeah, they want this one. So bear with me. I'm going to put the cards down because when I touch them, they will not sit still, my guides are saying. All right, so Capricorn, woman of light. Look at that. So there's messaging here about your being, who you have become, who you have the ability, you are destined to grow into because of your stewardship along with Capricorn. Please go look at that message. It was basically a message of high honor, my guides are saying, and they want you to know it. So I think this message is also along those lines for you. So let's jump into it. The Woman of Light is from the Journey of Love Oracle. Okay, I'm just scanning the words until my guides tell me this is what they want to talk about, so bear with it. All right. I am capable of receiving the light, of accepting the next level of my illumination. I'm walking in the sacred temple, and I shine with the truth, my guides are saying. I am now walking into my destiny as an awakened one and also as an awakener. Beautiful. Okay, they want me to keep going. So this oracle brings you guidance that you are meant to be a witness to the presence of an awakened being, either within your own self or as part of your spiritual destiny or in the form of a beloved other. As an awakened one is in your midst or soon will be. Receive the blessing that emanates from such a being, for to behold an awakener is a gracious spiritual gift that will lift you to the next step of your path. If you are having trouble discerning the true presence of an awakened teacher in your midst, or even within your own being, remember that nothing is asked from you by such awakened ones but loving devotion so that they may serve the awakening that you are being given in order to be a bearer of light into the awakening of all living beings. It requires much karmic grace to be granted immediate access to an awakened being, and even more grace to become such a living light. Okay, so there's more. They want me to leave it there. So we are talking about your destiny that you have stepped into, Cancer. You have been, my guides are saying, truly, of course, on this day of the full moon eclipse, with Cancer in the North Node, Capricorn in the South Node, and the intensity of the struggle, my guides are saying, the intensity of the spiritual struggle. They're talking not about you, Cancer. They're talking about here on this earth. They're talking about the struggle that brings forward death's destiny, the way human beings experience the struggle of giving birth. That is the stuff of your being. So many of you are giving birth to yourself, to the light that is within you, and because of the presence of someone in your life. Okay, my guys are saying both things are true. So, Cancer, you may be running into somebody, or you may have somebody in your life who holds this, my guys are saying, who holds this vision for you. They hold this vision of you. Incredibly beautiful. And because of the service you have done, you are coming into yourself. My guides are saying, as this notion. So it's time to understand yourself, the service that you've done, and the way you travel through the Andean cross into the next part of your destiny. And by so doing, my guides are saying the gravitational pull of the moon through the water source energy pulls humanity through the Andean cross because you exist. Ooh, I'm getting choked up. And it is this energy, the energy of the deer, tender, filled with wonder, vulnerable, and stepping into a new place of growth. It's gorgeous. All right, my guys want me to pull the book. Hang on one sec. We'll see what they want to talk about. So they're talking about your flow into the Andean cross as, okay, there's a word coming through. Hang on. Oh, as, I can't pull it out. I think they're talking about the moon. I think it's because, oh, you are the moon. Your energy is the moon. It's time for you to understand that it is the magnetic pull, the gravitation. That's what they're trying to say. You are the gravity that pulls humanity through the Andean cross, like the moon pulls on the water element here on the earth. It's time to understand yourself, honor yourself, stand in this light, know that you are stepping into the next place of your existence as a light worker. And you may be having some sacred accompaniment through somebody that shows up. And my guides always say, and remember, it may be a chance encounter. It may be somebody that you have interactions with. It may be yourself. I think, obviously on a full moon, things are coming to completion. And my guides have been talking where they were talking about using the full moon as an initiation set point, the way we use and understand the energy of the new moon. So on this day, all those things, as you can tell, there's a lot of word salad going on in my head, and Mercury's in retrograde, so intense days. My guides are requesting that you look at the funny little video that I took with my cell phone. Somebody was here over the weekend, an astounding emerging shaman. And I'm waiting for, it was a teenage girl that was here. And certainly I literally had this experience. I have seldom felt so blessed. And it is this teenage girl that it's the connection that I have with her now that is leading me forward quite seriously, something profound. So my guides are talking about the light and the emissaries of the light and the emanation of the light, all kinds of words like that coming forward. So a moment happened, as often does when people come here, their energy comes forward. It becomes visible. And, Kundalini moves, all the words that we use, my guides always say, to understand our light vibration. And so what happened was we were just literally finishing up. This fabulous person had gone through the process of releasing their fears. Their spirit mask came out, and we put everything down on the table to take photographs because everything happened. The message was all about the ancestors, and we're seeing it here as well. So my guides are referencing that. When you go through the Andean cross to meet your ancestral destiny. So that's what her journey was about. And it was actually about connecting with your lineage. So we're seeing the message also come through in that way, my guides are saying. So they're chattering on. I gotta try to coalesce it in my brain. It was someone within my own family lineage, and none of us, well, some of us knew, but it wasn't broadly known. It was time for that to come into the light. So when we put uh, her mask on the table and we just started taking pictures of it, all of a sudden something happened and the energy became visible on the wall. It was, my guides are saying, it was this moment. It was so intense and so profound, and she experienced a massive healing. So I am becoming aware of my sacred lineage and Cancer. That's part of what this message is about, or I wouldn't be chattering about that stuff. So you are becoming aware of your sacred lineage, the place from which you emerge as a light worker, clearly a holder of the sacred feminine way of knowing. Yeah, my guides are saying it is the river of the light of Cancer that creates the flow. They're using metaphors, right? So as the river flows into the sea, and they're talking about bringing us through the Andean cross. So the essence of the Andean cross energy represents the cosmology of the shaman. And this young lady that was here, that's what was revealed. She has a very much more power than I have ever imagined having within my being. It was that beautiful. So the Andean cross depicts the cardinal directions and the steps that must be taken to reach these realms. In the center of the Andean cross is a gateway to interdimensional travel, to experience higher states of awareness and wisdom, and to break free of linear time. That is what your energy does for us, Cancer. I know you know. My guides say it's time to just really highlight that and stand there, standing together with you in these moments of the full moon and the days going forward. My guides are saying until my next reading comes out about Cancer, it's just time to really acknowledge. So, if the Andean cross is in your spread, it announces the start to a great journey. It is time to raise your gaze from the mundane, day to day, that to which until now. Okay, my guides are, okay, so they're changing the words in the book. That's what they've been doing all morning. Give me a moment. Those things upon which your gaze has been focused that may have been pulling you away from your own flow, raise your gaze from that place now and put your gaze upon your light and understand who you are. Really, my guides are saying, in totality, stand with yourself in this way. And if someone shows up in your life who helps you flow through the Andean cross, take up the journey and allow yourself to be vulnerable and experience the magic like a fawn would experience the magic of stepping out into its life with that much innocence. So allow new wisdom to guide you and stop trying to make sense of it all before you respond with a resounding yes. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. So here are the cards that have come out. Obviously, you've been looking at them. Your Ten of Swords, or pardon me, Ten of Wands. So Cancer, in these moments, it's time for you to know that you're ending a cycle. And I love that in this card, we always, there's Pisces energy, right? And I was looking at another reader on YouTube who was talking about coming into a time when you are experiencing Akashic records. Your difficulties of understanding yourself are meant to be over now. That's why my guides are talking about all these things. There's a great transitioning happening. The passion and the power of the light that is within you is now allowed to emerge because you are meant to no longer struggle with that. You're meant to really come into your power. So, because obviously we see the spinner of growth. The foundation that brings forward the seeds of the light worker and spins it out on the energy that swirls around you. So, Cancer, in a sense, part of what my guides are saying is you are meant to be standing firm now and well rooted, like a tree would be, just able to handle the winds that blow and the energy that swirls around you, taking in the energy, the light, the water, the nutrients from the place in which you are planted, in order to generate the seeds of light and love energy and spin them out into the world. That's what the eclipse is for. That's your energy. My guides are saying that is your identity. There's just a lot of confirmation. They just want to confirm for you the things that you know. And so you've been through a great shift and change. And there's the light worker my guides are talking about, right? The warrior of art. Holding the ability to transmit energy. I see the energy in the hands there. Gosh, it's funny. It's a sunny day, but the light is not coming into the house. I guess it's because it's morning still. So you emerge from this transformation. And again, look at the doves flying around the head there. Definitely a light worker. That's the Knight of Cups. Coming forward to do this because the Knight of Cups has been through this process. Very interesting. So know that on this day of the eclipse, you are going through the Andean cross. You're coming into your capability, my guides are saying. And it's very important that you understand that you now are in full partnership with the universe. That is, okay, my guides are saying that is the star of destiny. In Soul Tarot, it's the dreamer of growth. Connected to the sacred realm, bonded, rooted, of the same tree, but with each having a separate place to be rooted. My guides are saying that is part of your strength. Very interesting. There's a lot of chatter coming through about this. So it is, obviously, it is sacred knowing. And it is about the connections that you create. My guides are saying, reiterating some of the words already spoken. Spirit, what would you like to speak with Cancer about? Yeah, of course, Cancer, look. Of course. Like my guides were saying, just a reiteration. That's the 10 of Pentacles. And look how it's aligned with the 10 of Wands. It's over, Cancer. You've stepped into your destiny because you have released, you have finished a cycle. It's the destiny of the moments that we are in. And here's the bridge card. Of course, a prophecy. Ace of Cups. The sacred cauldron of the great Dagda. Rising up through the waters. Becoming visible now to yourself. That is how you stand. That is the beautiful goddess Semius, the manifester. Able to bring forward, able to activate the cup, the sacred cup of this woman. I think I'm not going to say too many words about that because words are going to interrupt the message. So again, my guides just want to show you your being and confirm for you that you are making a massive transformation. It is what's happening. And okay, now they're saying, and if there is another person that shows up in your life, understand Eight of Wands. Okay, messaging coming through. Intention, my guides are saying. Someone who's going to help you transition into this place, this moment of light, becoming a light worker. So you may be blessed because you've made your journey and you've done your transformation, or you are intent upon it now, my guides are saying. Trust that someone will be given some kind of knowledge. It may come from within you. It may come from a connection with somebody else that is going to help you move forward, or has been meant to help you move forward. It's really interesting. Yeah, okay. So, the Magician, the decider of will, on a soul level, this is the work that your soul circuit is engaged in these days, bringing forward the magic of your existence. And my guides are saying, you see the Andean cross in the background? and the woman of light energy. Your will is clear now. There's nothing holding you back, Cancer. You finished something really intense. All the battles of your life, in a sense. And you're coming into this new place. All right, Spirit, what is it you'd like to say to beautiful Cancer, please? Yeah. You are holding the sacred spool of destiny in your own hands now. Beautiful. Queen of Wands. My guides are saying, need we say more? And, another message about illumination. Absolutely gorgeous. All right. My guides have, they're telling me to keep going. All right. Spirit, what is it you want to say to beautiful Cancer in this day? Beautiful full moon eclipse in Capricorn. My guides are saying the sacred mate of the Cancer people in these moments. Okay. Two things coming forward. Of course, Cancer. My guides are saying, we can see you now. It's time for you to see yourself. The Chariot, the mover of energy, bringing forward the intentions of the Sacred Mother, because you have been activated. Just in case you're new, I'm going to show you. You see the activation? It is that which moves you forward. It's not the horses. The horses are a representation of energy. And, okay, three things. Well, you know what? I'm going to take this. That's a story about a sacred lineage. It's about taking up your learning now. You've been through a long road. Destiny has turned. You have had a hand in turning it. And there's the wisdom holder that my guides are talking about. Somebody's showing up in your life, Cancer, or somebody may already be present. And they are there to help you with your journey, to support you and love you. And my guides are saying, just the way you support and love people around you, that's your intention. My guides are saying, this is you realizing your intention and coming into your fullness and stepping onto this road of destiny. You're going to definitely have help. Someone's coming into your life, I think. Clearly, it has all to do with you. And my guides are saying it may be your recognition of coming into your own light. And there's the Death card, the liberator of devotion. When you have a shamanic portage through a death and rebirth cycle, clearly indicating this full moon that's happening, because we are literally building. Capricorn is doing the work of bringing forward the new structure, and you are doing the work of allowing people and bringing forward the gravity that allows souls to be pulled through the Andean cross. It is the liberation of your own devotion that is required first. Of course, anyone who's been through a transformational process knows. So there is the shaman carrying the soul represented by this severed head. It looks a little gruesome. Through the sacred portal of the feminine. In order to reemerge in this way, anyone who does healing work knows you have to have your own transformation first, or you're not ready to do what you're meant to do. So take up your transformation on this beautiful day. Know that you're being carried through the portal, and keep this notion firmly within yourself, my guides are saying, over the next 2 weeks. And I'll be back to talk with you more about what comes forward, my guides are saying. So there's a profound thank you coming out from my guides about this notion. Let me see if I can move these things a little bit. I guess we need, you know what? They were talking about the event horizon with Capricorn. So know that you're in this kind of a place. It is an event horizon for you. Something profound is coming forward. You are going to move forward on the energy. And you are no longer alone. My guides are saying you are to know that you are no longer alone and you are meant to be accompanied. It may be from that which is within you, and it may be from an external source. Okay, my guides are saying there may be an external source that is going to stimulate you through your own awakening process. So I almost forgot. I'm going to pick from the bag of runes for you, Cancer. Oh gosh, and I just want to give a shout out because I have just been through my own massive shift and transformation awakening process in order to be in touch with the water energy. My guides are saying that is the source of much of what I do that I never aligned myself with before. Uh, this is, in some ways, an explanation of that transformation for me. Absolutely true. So I'm just giving thanks for that as I begin to explore what it is to be a water holder, a water bearer, to help myself flow into the next part of my existence as someone who is dedicated to assisting others while they find their own pathway. Did I say pathword? I think I did. My guide said, just let that rest because there's meaning in that too. All right, Spirit, what is it about beautiful Cancer? Of course. So let me just grab my book. So this is the beautiful rune Berkana. It is about growth. So let's put it right here with the Dreamer of Growth, okay? And I'll read to you from the book. I'm using the beautiful Book of Runes by Ralph Blum. So this rune, Berkana, is about rebirth and growth. It is aligned with the birch tree. It is one of the cycle runes, and it represents a form of fertility that fosters growth both symbolically and actually. The growth may occur in affairs of the world, in family matters, and in the relationship of the self, to the self, capital S, and to the divine. This is a rune that leads to blossoming and ripening. Berkana is concerned with the flow of beings into their new forms. Its action is gentle, penetrating, and pervasive, like that of the water element, my guides are saying. What is called for here is to consider your issue with care and awareness. And my guides are saying to consider yourself with care and awareness. The energy that you hold, what you represent. It's time to really allow yourself to have sacred vision about your being. So as you consider yourself with care and awareness, you are meant to disperse your resistance and then accomplish the work that is at hand. For this to happen, your will, thank you, Spirit, in this deck that is the decider of will. And there is magic, of course, as we all know, within the intentions and the will that we have to move ourselves forward. So first disperse resistance, accomplish the work, understand that your motives must be clear and controlled and correct. Okay, there's chatter going on in my head about the magician again. Understand that this magic does come. It surrounds you the way light does, my guides are saying. So we are seeing you accompanied in all these ways, Cancer. It is a spiritual intention that's coming forward. You are surrounded in all the ways that I spoke about, my guides are saying that they spoke about. So, of course, in order to do this, any dark corners will have to be cleansed. This must be carried out diligently and sometimes with expert help. Modesty, patience, fairness, and generosity are called for. Once your resistance is dispersed and rectification carried out and seen to hold firm, then through steadfastness and right attitude, this blossoming can occur. And that's it. So, Cancer, if you're holding on to resistance when it comes to your own flow, just bless it. Give yourself some sacred moments. Make yourself a spirit mask. Release your fears and allow the flow to come through. My guides are talking about this stuff. They're saying this stuff, right? That which has to be put down. The end of a journey, whatever you're carrying with you. So my guides are saying, you don't need to process that. Just decide to put, they keep saying, put it down, just put it down and walk on because your destiny has arrived. Look at this, Cancer. Beautiful. So thanks for being here. Just sending my love, of course. And I know that I'm going to continue to learn from all of you as I explore this part of my own nature. So I think this message is for anybody who seeks to grow and understand in these ways, like guys are saying. So enjoy the eclipse, light a candle to yourself, understand who you are. And my guides are saying, and forgive your process. Meaning this stuff, the stuff you had to go through in order to bring forward the transformation. It's over. Love it, bless it, send it off on this beautiful day of the full moon. So, Cancer, thanks so much for being here. Really appreciate everything you're doing, and I'm looking forward to learning with you and from you in my own days going forward from here. Thanks, everyone.